Grumpy spun the wood till it morphed out of shape. Lathe humming, hands moving, crafting fate. Epoxy drips, binds bugs in a sculptor's twist. Zen found in the fog, some aliens miss. Eyes bloodshot, medicated soul kiss.
Let's check it out.
Peace found among aliens in the mist. Chronic pains a ghost, anxieties dismissed. Like to the tribe, spark flames in the abyss.
All right. We are live. Good morning. Welcome to Grumpy LaidBak Carbons. This is the early bird wood burning and coffee time, I guess. I don't have my dust collection up and going, so yeah. No late for today. But hey, it won't be long. I do have the stuff on order. Hey, good morning, Emily. Make sure I got everything situated. It's a little chilly. I got the door open with the fan going already, so it's not gonna be that smoky in here. Sounds like I might need to turn the microphone up, huh?
The hands of fate.
There we go. Did that help out?
Roach clips, shiny dope soldiers a cope.
Like it is. I turned it down one on the game, but I also changed the equalizer setting on there, thinking that because it was kind of crackly last time I used it on the recording.
Grumpy spins the lathe, hand steady in the grind.
All right, let's change that. All right, we're gonna lose microphone setting for a minute. Hopefully I don't have to reset everything.
Sessions, therapy flows in the air, turning junk into gems, like we just don't care. Eyes glaze crimson, medicated haze flows. Chronic aches vanish, the good healing shows. Aliens in the mist whisper words of relief. Craft and cannabis, our escape from the grief. Turn the world into grooves, we twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals, carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend, that's the inside joke. Time's a roulette wheel, Grumpy calls the spins. Precision of a surgeon, where craft.
All right, we're plugged back in. Let's see. I jumped the gain up a little bit. See if that helps.
Every twist holds a little more. Aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick.
All right, could y'all hear me now? All right, sounds a little better. Okay, that's the only thing about this microphone. I have to disconnect it from the computer, plug it back into my phone, and adjust settings that way, because it's technically not made for the computer, but you can plug an adapter in and hook up to it and go. Let me clean my glasses off a little bit. They're a little smudgy, y'all. All right, so we sound better this morning, huh? Or better now. There's still one other setting on the thing to play with for the equalization. There's an equalization setting, a low setting, and a bright setting. And the low setting kind of adds to the lows, and I already talk low enough, so I don't know if that'll help me or hurt me. The mist curling thick in the soft
workshop light.
Coffee. Gotta love that coffee. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's weekend was just awesome. Okay, we're doing some wood burning this morning. Already got my pattern on the board just to make it a lot quicker because I'm not the fastest on wood burning. But, good morning, Obo. We got Mainly. Good morning. But anyway, I got my pattern on here already. This is just standard thin like birch wannabe plywood, right? It's kind of edgy still. I need to sand it. I went through and did these real rough and fast last night. I set up outside because I don't have my dust collector. So I set up outside with about 5 or 6 of these boards, and I went through with my Dremel, like a router pretty much, and routed the edges around just to give them some rollover. Yeah, morning, Bazzy. And then I put my image on here. This is a common image, so y'all might have seen it before in other work. I've done about 4 of these boards so far burnt like this, and they turn out all right. I get frustrated working on it, but they always end up looking nice. But that's my overall picture, and that's where I started off of. But then we're gonna try to burn it down to that. So I put my image up here in the corner just as reference, and so I can look and make sure it's like, oh no, that's supposed to be shaded or not, you know. But, oh, that's what we're gonna work on. Then I have another image set up, excuse me, that I'm going to, burn on the side and make a, daggum, hiccup burping, make a video out of that for Wednesday. Won't be no lathe video. Now I do have a video that's pretty much edited down almost. It's just I recorded it quite a while ago, and so it's all out of date content when I talk to it. So I'll probably end up doing a complete voiceover if I put it out. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. It comes out good. I mean, it looks good. I like it when I'm done with them. I said I've done a few. It's just the I guess when you go to shading, you know, there's so many different shading techniques you can use with pyography, you know, and none of it's, I mean, you're gonna have people say, oh, that's the correct way, that's the correct way. There ain't no wrong or right way to, in my opinion, on doing that, but that's just my opinion. I got to move that. Twink. Y'all hear my the little clip that holds my wood burner. It's little things I get fascinated easy. I like those little sounds. I guess what would you call it? I stem from them kind of sounds. I'll sit there and make little sounds like that all the time. All right, all I'm doing now is just buffing the carbon off the tip of that. Oops, wrong way. Look. Knock the carbon off of that a little bit. A lot of people will use a little strop and strop the tip, which is the same effect, but you just don't lose it as quick. Using that sandpaper, you're gonna eventually, you know, it's gonna break. You're gonna sand it. It's gonna get thinner and thinner until it just snaps on you. Let's see. Here without hitting my head. Got more tips back in this far corner. There are my handmade tips up in here somewhere. I got a few left. There's one. Oh no, that ain't a handmade one. Oh well, we'll use what we got for now. Aliens whisper notes, transmit them precise. Out of this world, roach clip, got that spice. Glow bright like UFOs at a midnight sight.
Man, they take flight in a zone, no phone, just resin to light. Therapy ain't a couch, it's chisels and light. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll tight medication floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Pour the truth and molds, let the resin.
Ooh, 4 ounces of resin on it. That bites. That's a lot of resin. The only bad thing about it is just that resin ain't cheap. The mess can be cleaned up, but the wallet begs to differ.
Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll tight medication floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll tight.
My fingers don't want, my hand don't want to make it. There we go. I couldn't get my hand to work. It didn't want to start pulling. It says not enough coffee yet. It's not bad. That's a good cleanup or a good save.
Let the resin reveal, heart deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal.
Gotta make sure I don't like this daggum vertical view. I forgot to go back to horizontal.
Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void.
I'll be glad when YouTube gets that
Grumpy's real deal.
dual stream thing rolled out to everybody. Hey, good morning, Mike. When they get it set up where you can go horizontal and vertical at the same time with one feed, that's going to be awesome. Because I'll set it all up for my normal horizontal stream, and then it'll catch a vertical section of just my center shot. Yeah, I can't wait for it to go out. Because that vertical, the whole thing with the vertical is you get more views that way, I guess, because it pushes it off to the short feeds. So people sitting there, I guess, having their coffee, doom scrolling and stuff before they go out the door, they can see it better that way. And then if they want to watch regular, once they catch it, they can go to the horizontal feed.
Life is feeling so grand out here. With every spin the world feels clear. The smell of cedar fills the air. Grumpy's kingdom beyond compare. Wood chips fall like a gentle rain, each piece secure for the ache and strain. Fingers trace the grain so fine, in every groove a story divine. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet night.
Oh, the shop loved my Planet 13 board I did. Manager, she bought it and said she's hanging it up in the shop. Grumpy, that Meld Studio. What is that, Mike? I don't know what that is.
Every turn feels like dreams are trying. Stress and pain melt far from sight. Cedar Wonderland.
It's not a box, but it's gonna be just a board, a plaque that you can hang on the wall. I'm gonna put the little sawtooth hanger on the back here. That way you'll be able to hang it. It lets me go vertical, horizontal. All right. I'll have to look into that. You have to pay for that program, or is that a freebie? Grumpy's Tight Butt uses all the free stuff at the moment. It's a PC program, right? I got OBS set up right now, is what I'm running through. I have a vertical profile and then a horizontal profile, but I don't know how to set them up both ways. I'd like to set my lathe up on, like, say maybe the vertical shot while I'm turning, and then when I move into my box, have that set for horizontal. All right, let me put this back in. This is the image I'm going off of, Hobo. I think it's on there. I know there's a delay, so I'll move that back out of the way. But yeah, I took some carbon paper and put my image on the board, you know, and then like I said, this is that birch, like, I guess, I don't know. I bought a couple of sheets of it a few years ago with the intentions of building a pantry for my wife, and that was about the time I was getting her. I really couldn't do too much building no more, but my brain says, yeah, you can. So I had bought the wood. Morning, Billy. Yeah. All right, Johnny, have a good morning. Stay safe. Thank you for coming by. But yeah, I never built the pantry, and so it's like, hey, I can use that wood. It's just sitting there. As we had ended up buying, well, not buying, but she had gotten some furniture through work, and 2 of the shelving units, we put them together and they made a perfect pantry, so I never had to build one. So I used that wood and cut it to all these boards, and turned it into my burn boards and whatnot. Works good, just not the best thing to burn on because of the glue. That's on my carbon box. I have my fan up here on the top corner of my box, and what that does is I got carbon filter in it, or carbon cloth, so it filters out that smoke a little bit. It's still not super healthy for me right now because, you know, you got the initial that you're breathing in before it goes to the filter. But most of the time I have my dust mask on when I'm doing this, because my dust mask has the carbon inserts. Where is it at? You think that pink, there it is on top of the box. I was like, you think them pink masks stick out? This is the 2091 cartridge on these 3M filters and whatnot. They have the carbon cloth on the inside of them to help out with fumes and everything. Surprised you ain't wood burning on hemp lumber. If I could get a hold of it, I would. But that would still be a bunch of glue too, because the hemp, it ain't big enough. Your stalks don't get maybe that big around on a good one if they let it grow long enough. But they'd have to laminate that and glue that together too, or grind it up and press it, kind of like they would paper back in the day. Maybe grind it and dry it out that way. That would be cool though. Hey, good morning, Tim. All right, I'll have to go look at that. Oh. Sat there, made about 4 or 5 new songs last night. I gotta add into the playlist. And then this wood is so grainy. And I guess with it being layered, the grain's just real ribbity. It's hard to explain it, but it's wanting to grab. I almost grabbed that thing. Did y'all see that? I almost did it. But it's wanting to grab my tip and make my tip kind of follow the grains, which makes it more jagged. Definitely need to try to make a ball tip for this burner. It would be so much better. I said this one is flat, real flat and sharp edge. So if I turn it up on its side, it's gonna cut a real fine line, but I want my outlines to be a little wide. Been up for 3 hours. What's wrong? Can't sleep or just that time to be waking up? I had the alarm set for 4:45 this morning. I'll wake up around there and start getting my coffee and stuff together. Roach clips crafted, pain medication calling. Roll the therapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession. Aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, your subscription's free, no question. Oh, that's crazy. Woke up at 1:30 in the morning and had stayed awake. Could not sleep, ears ringing. Oh, I hate that. I have tendinitis, however you want to call it. Mine was daggum crazy wore out diesel equipment with no exhausts screaming in my ear all day working. That didn't help my ears none. And then I was one of them little punks that had the good stereos in the cars. Had the hard bass, the high treble, all that good stuff. So yeah, my ears ring 24/7. It gets me bad whenever I'm in like a crowded environment with a lot of people around. Good morning, Deland. Thank you for coming by. But it's like, if I have a lot of people, like my grandkids are sitting there and they're playing and talking, trying to talk to me, then everybody else trying to talk to me and stuff. The ringing is ringing so loud. I'm trying to focus over the ring, and it's like it amplifies my hearing to where everything else like just stabs my ears is how I can explain it. But yeah, that tinnitus sucks. Morning, Jonathan. Yeah, I go all over. I bounce all over when I work on this stuff because I don't want to drag my hand back across all that burn. What is that? It's supposed to be shaded or okay. And then that's what you got to have your little reference picture for. You know, that way you know if you're doing your little pieces right.
Roach clips glowing, fingertips control. Therapy the mission, fire feeds the soul. Ink in the wood grain, carving out whole. Lost in creation, feeling fully whole. Epoxy drips clean, locks the vibe in time. Therapy eternal, sculpted line by line. Pain fades silent, buzzed up the climb. Aliens tracking thoughts, feeling so divine. Aliens in the smoke, they whisper truth. Medication rolled tight, sparking the roots. Chronic pain a ghost.
I got it rolled up on that thin edge right now, just kind of outline that because I don't want to burn into it. That's supposed to stay unburned in the inside of that.
Calling brighter days. Therapeutic fiction set the world ablaze. Creation keeps healing, we move through the maze.
Mike, how's the Franken lathe going? You still trying to build a lathe out of that treadmill motor?
Grumpy's in the lab, chemicals collide. Yellow for the glow, black where shadows hide. Lace spin smooth, therapy in the stack. Paint carved in the grain, no time to look back. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Color screaming loud, paint fused in the fight. Crafted from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts. Fumes rise thick, a toxic ballet. Each strip a confession, sins washed away. Yellow sparks bright, black eats the light. The Laid hums a hymn, turning wrongs to right. No looking, no dwelling, just the resonant will. The Laid whispers secrets only silence can fill. Shadows in the grooves, ghosts etched in the grain. Epoxy binds the cracks, sealing up the pain. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Colors screaming loud, pain fused in the fight. Crafting from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts. Yellow glows bright, black swallows the sun. The work ain't never finished, the fight's never done. Lace spins eternal through the wrong and the right. Epoxy.
Got to start on my watcher for Wowie's workshop. I haven't started that yet. I procrastinate, and then he extended the deadline, which was perfect because, like I said, the vacuum taking a dump. But I'm gonna go on the back porch, ow, my head, either today or tomorrow, and start working on it. Got a couple of ideas that I want to do, and I need to go ahead and try them so I can see if it's gonna work. Because if they bomb, I need time to fix it.
Grumpy's back and he's on the stream, flying high like a digital dream. Aliens cruising by, they beam, they gleam.
What's he cooking? What's the plan? Medication ready, rolling stand. Click that, like, lend a hand.
Grumpy's live again, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Streaming truths or chasing air. Hit subscribe, don't just stare.
Grumpy's live again, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Streaming truths or chasing air. Hit subscribe, don't just stare. Spaceship zooming, lights so bright. Grumpy's got
This will look so much better once I start getting everything shaded in. It starts to come together then.
Who is grumpy? Who are we, sir? Flying high, it's all a blur.
Grumpy's live again, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Streaming truths or chasing air. Hit subscribe, don't just stare.
Grumpy's live again.
right, don't forget to double tap that screen, hit that like button, all that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. It'll help push this out to more people and we get some more folks in here watching.
Grumpy's back, live again. The screen, it glows so bright, my friend. What's he cooking, what's he brewing tonight? A digital mystery, a dazzling light. Aliens flying by, medication rolled on the standby. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Grumpy's Big Show makes you feel alive.
Turn this off for just a second, y'all. Need to make me a little holder to sit right here inside my box to hold that instead of having to clip it back and forth to the unit. Oh, goodness. I have to kind of wiggle and waddle around in my chair. I sit stationary too long, it starts to hurt. I stand too long, it starts to hurt. And the sitting real long, my back is not really agreeing on me with that from that stupid event. I say the event wasn't stupid. Myself was stupid. The event was awesome. I didn't get up and move around. I was so nervous that I stayed sitting as long as I could. And then I'd probably stand up and move for just a minute or two and then sit back down. And I might have did that 2 or 3 times, but I get nervous and I wig out and I kind of like, I don't know if it's hard as I don't freeze up, but I don't do a lot. And once I get nervous, it's almost like you got to tell me, hey, drink, or hey, go get something to eat, or because I just zone out sometimes. So I didn't move as much. Hey, Pat, good morning. Thank you for coming by. What's that? We do that for Jordy. Jordy does it for Ben on Studio on the Lake. I miss his videos. That guy had some cool videos. I hope he's okay. I hope YouTube was just too much for him and he said the heck with it and just decided to pause. I hope, like I said, I hope everything's good with him health-wise. I still have him on my YouTube. I still have notifications turned on. It would be awesome to have a pating and him pop a video out. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, I found the mute button on this thing too. When I get to coughing too bad, I can mute it if I think about it. All right, I'm gonna sit and move around it. All right, I did the ooh, wow, that's crazy. How did that happen? I got a crazy air bubble under. Okay, let me show y'all so just talk about it. Last time I did the wood burnings, I did the little 13 logo and then I drew the little astronaut thing and tried to do that. I wood burned it, just the outline, and then I started putting color and stuff to it, and then that's what I got on that one so far. So we on there? Yeah. I look back at my computer to see if we're in screen good. That works. I did the little planet deal on it. I didn't get enough epoxy over his little suit. And it's got a daggum bubble or something. It was smudgy right there, so I was gonna have to sand that, and add a little bit more over it just to make it look, I guess like the rest of it. And then I guess once it cured good, it had an air in there, but there's an air bubble right there underneath it. That's crazy looking. It gives it some cool texture. It would be neat if it was like that all over his suit. But yeah, that's my little Planet 13 astronaut. And it all glows too. That's the cool thing. Y'all know me, I gotta make stuff glow. Where's my light? My lights.
Like subscribe vibes, words cracked and broken.
Let's go turn the light on, see what we get here. The blue come out nice with the glow. The green glows too, but not as good as that blue. Not bad. It's not completely dark in here, so I gotta make it dark, yup. Oh, mission patch. if you go into the stoner terminology, there's just one guy out there, Stoner Gump. He's hilarious. But he calls everything astronauts. You know, we're going to get highly medicated and we're going to go to space. We're going to be astronauts. That's how he jokes with it. But space cadet if you're a lightweight and you can't handle it, or just straight astronaut if you get really elevated, as he puts it.
In the air, aliens whispering, static in their stare. Grumpy hums a hymn, a twisted code, rolling on the edge of.
I guess so. I've never really had that problem though. That's the first time I've had the bubble come up like that. I get little bitty fine air bubbles and stuff sometimes, and it's no big deal. Pop them with the torch, you know, before it gets sealing. But this is that UV resin, so most of the time I've sealed it. He lives in my state about 3 hours. Heck yeah. That would be too cool. Or that Daniel Gozzard, I don't want to butcher his name, I'd have to look at it. But yeah, I follow him on my YouTube stuff too. I want his cookbook. I want his cookbook he's got. Oh. All right, let me turn my light back on, y'all. Stoner Gump. All right, let me get that back out of the way. But that's one I'm working on. And then I did that other board that had the 13 logo on it. And then I just, this was what kind of like that other board. But I did the 13 and then their little moon kind of deal. I did that in a greenish black on the 13 that glowed. And then I mixed up some colors to try to get the best red I could for that moon piece. And I had that ready for the event. And I was just doing it, you know, thinking maybe a regular would buy it, or just for advertisement for Planet 13. But the manager lady saw it. She said, I have to have it. So she bought that one and said she was going to hang it in the store. So with that, I'm going to try to do a better one, because the one she bought had tool marks and stuff on it that I did not see until I put the sealant on there. And so I don't want choppy work out there. So if she's hanging that up in the store, I want to give them a nice one. All right, turn the wood burner back on. Get back at it here. I want somebody to see it. So, oh, where did y'all get that? And maybe get a few commissions off of it or something. Grumpy wants to ride meds, roll tight. Pain's a co-pilot, therapy's the flight. Smokes the sermon, preaching out of sight. Hit that light, hit that vibe, subscribe to the night. Circuit board sermons, static in the prayer.
Oil-stained altars, faith hangs in the air, hiding in the chrome reflections of despair.
He had his first one, his first cookbook. He was autographing so many of those and selling them. I wanted one of those, but then his second one, that's got all his recipes plus. I want to try his popcorn, the bacon grease. He took and got some bacon grease and infused his bacon grease and then made popcorn with it. Ooh. I bet that was good.
Grumpy in the shop, sparks light the cave. Hands on the wheel, spinning truth on the lathe. Epoxy.
Alright, I got to look at what I'm doing right here. He's confused the mess out of me. It started crumbling up.
Aliens fly by, they beam through the night. Grumpy's got the tools, but he's ready for a fight. Take him for a ride, nah, he ain't leaving the floor. Therapy's the work, and the work is the war. Out tricks like a magician in the grime, every move deliberate, clocking out of time, made in pain, fingerprints scarred to steel, each groove a confession, each turn reveals, mez roll tight, slow.
I met one of our Chamber of Commerce people too on the grand opening for the event. I thought that was kind of cool. They were out there for ribbon cutting and whatnot. I guess they do that for all business openings or whatnot. I don't know, but thought it was kind of neat. He come over and saw my table, shook my hand, and says, "What have we got here?" And I went to explaining it to him. Now, I don't know if he's an old school stoner or if he's just straight up, into the politics and don't mess with it. But so many people do that you wouldn't think, so there's no telling.
Grumpy in the shop, world fades away. Lace spin stories, night turns to day. Pain fuels the process, each cut runs deep. Aliens drift off, Grumpy's grind don't sleep. Grind don't sleep.
Goodness, that's gonna be a solid line, okay. I was trying to study my lines and then I heard noises outside and that distracted me, the daggum garbage truck. He's back on schedule. They were picking up close to 6 o'clock for a long time, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they didn't start picking up until late in the afternoon. Because I thought they'd missed my can a few times. They're back to doing their morning run now. To the grind, the grit, the never why. Mez rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star-filled sky, wishing for a ride, a quick goodbye to the grind, the grit. Yeah, you can go to the store, I guess, and buy a tub of the bacon grease. And he buys a tub of that bacon grease and then he does his infusion through that, like he would butter or something like that, and then cooks with it. He's done some grilled cheese, some nice looking grilled cheese sandwiches now. I never thought about making one the way he did, but he uses that bacon grease that way. And uses it like, how I guess you would butter your grilled cheese before you done it. He used the bacon grease for that instead of butter. Grumpy's got a plan, but it's not quite clear. Mez rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star-filled sky, wishing for a ride, a quick goodbye to the grind, the grit, the never why. Mez rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star Yeah, he's got a video out showing him doing the grilled cheese, and then talks about the popcorn. But watching him do that grilled cheese, like heck, even if it's not infused, that was an awesome way to make a grilled cheese sandwich. I was like, huh, I'm gonna have to try that.
Package for Grumpy, that's all he said. Before aliens snatched him overhead. Opened it up, what's within? Exotic wood to spin, spin, spin.
Nice.
Mailman's gone like a magic trick. Grumpy's got wood, it's smooth, it's slick. Aliens laughing from up on high. They left the meds, took the guy. Package for Grumpy, that's all he said.
That would be hard though, cause my goopy butt would want to eat it all. Candy, that's my weakness when I do make the spicy candy or something. But that damn thing don't work good, and I'm gonna burn it up worse. I keep hitting that foot pedal. But I do the hard candy, what they call it, that sugar crack candy or whatever, where you boil up your sugar and corn syrup, get it to almost 300 degrees, and then pour it out real thin, and then bust it up into a bunch of little hard candies. I've done some spicy candy like that, and that's the way it hits me the best, because like I said, what happened? No. There we go. I hit my phone and shut my light off on my phone.
Grumpy in the shop, tools chirp, floors creaking, aliens peeking, antenna beaming.
Oh yeah, that candy is it's hard to get just one little piece.
Humming, machine breathing, life scheming. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape. Medication roll tight, cosmos reshape. Hiding in the glow, stars collide. Like subscribe, aliens take Grumpy for a ride.
But it's I was saying earlier though, most of my spicy stuff that I do, I have to do it sublingually. My stomach don't process oil and grease that well, and that's what most of that bonds to is the fats, which is your oil and greases and stuff. And so it don't kick me the way it does most.
Medication roll tight, cosmos reshaped. Hiding in the glow, stars collide. Like subscribe, aliens take Grumpy for a ride. Workshops a temple, wood cone confession, sawdust sermons, the resin's aggression. Outer space whispers in the screws compression. Blueprints bleed secrets, no discretion. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape. Medication roll tight, cosmos reshape. Hiding in the glow, stars collide. Like subscribe, aliens take Grumpy for a ride.
Right?
They float the lake, it hums in tongues, boats levitate, prophecy sprung.
You could do the strawberries like that.
Weightless in the chaos, dreams begun.
it's not hard candy like the crack candy. You can make your whatever you've seen people where they take and do the candied grapes and stuff like that. They dip them in the in the sugared this boiled sugar, and I think some of them add like Kool-Aid for flavoring. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it, but they give you the crunchy little grapes and whatnot. You can put your hippie calories in that mix. It would be pretty good, but like I said, you have to dial it down, because that would be hard to eat, just one or two, and you'd have to make it a week batch. That way you could eat you a good handful of them.
Grumpy's lathe spins, hypnotica machines hum choir. Epoxy roach clips stack the galaxy of fire. Yellow and black swirl spiral like stars. Crafted constellations trapped in resin jars. There a tea in the spin, the pain carves deep. Each turn of the lathe, secrets it keeps. Splinters in his hands, truth in the grind. Chasing sanity he may never find. Like and subscribe.
Hey, morning, Steve. His hands bear the cost. Hey, good morning, Renner.
The past gets lost. Yellow glows like Saturn. Black holes pull tight. Epoxy galaxies born under buzzing light. Sawdust planets orbit. His mind's unbound. Every roach clip a relic, a treasure found. The aliens watch, curious, amused. Grumpy's lathe spins, the craft infused. Like and subscribe. Let the world collide. The aliens will take us.
I'm still staying in camera pretty much, ain't I? Yeah, it's not bad. I gotta fix mine. I'm gonna change everything in my box. I need to get my camera up a little bit higher. And the way I have it mounted in my box, I'm about 4 or 5 inches from the top of the box. So I'm gonna set me a mount setup that's basically gonna have it kissing the top of the box. That'll give me more. It'll open it up down here where you can see more of what I'm doing when I'm in vertical. The horizontal view is not bad, but it's just this vertical view. Let's get back. Need to get through this right here. This stuff, I just don't like that area. Waiting for coffee to brew. I got the Keurig cup. It goes quicker that way. Sucks when I need a new cup, because then I have to go through and mix it all up all over again. But it always worked out where if I brewed a pot of coffee, I won't drink but a cup or two. I end up wasting it. But if I do a Keurig, then I dadgum drink that stuff all day long. It's crazy. A little chilly out here. Got my nose running. What is it with cold weather that makes your nose get all stuffy and want to run so much? And that's the astronaut question of the day. That's one thing. It gets cold. My nose does get sniffly.
Bubbles in the resin, a galaxy trap. Time bends and twists like the universe snapped. Grumpy hums low as the aliens cheer. This tiny workshop holds the whole sphere. Colors glow bright, they burn through the night. Meds rolled up tight and it feels just right. Milky Way spins in a haze of disdain. All of this magic is just made in pain.
Ooh, another question. Do any of y'all use AI to price your artwork? Um, there's a young lady that sells diamond art up there at that event. And we were talking about pricing work because she was asking me, how much I charge and how do I figure out. I told her I suck at trying to figure out the prices. That's always been the kick in the butt to me on trying to do anything. It's hitting the senses, right? But she was using Chat GPT, but you can only upload, I think, like 3 pictures a day if you're not paying for it. And I'm not going to pay for those services. I use the free versions of that. But she'll give a text description of what she's trying to sell and then gets a price quote that way. And then she turns around and uploads a picture of what it is, with her holding it and whatnot to get a reference. And then it gives her a price quote that way. And it's pretty neat. I was doing it for a bunch of my pieces, and I'm pretty close to the cheapest price that they want to quote. I'm just above that because they'll give you a bunch of different ranges on prices and whatnot, but it was pretty neat. And then I used the Google Gemini, the new Google Assistant or whatever. You can do the same thing with that. Attach a picture and then ask, this is a hand carved epoxy, such and such, give it a description, and say how much would this sell for in my market, and it'll give you prices and all. It's pretty neat. I know I got to get out of Podunk Milton selling my art. Because everybody around here, they like me. They cheapskates. They don't want to come off that money, But definitely makes me want to hit these better markets and better events to try to sell some of my work. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting back. Get me a little bit of that herbal for a second. I said my back's been bothering me from sitting so much. Oh, forgot I got a daggone microphone. I can move around a little bit now. Excuse me, at the back door looking outside. The sun's up now. Still cool out there. This is my personal. This is the one I like to use. Right there. That's a piece of oak or something. And I hand carved that one right there with my pocket knife. It took me several months to do that little stick because I did that back when I was still working. I was running the last so many months of me working where I was at. They had me on supposedly light duty, and that was running a bulldozer. I don't know how in the heck running a bulldozer is light duty for somebody's back when your body is the suspension on that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's what it was. At least I wasn't having to fool with a shovel, and I was sitting down the whole time. But I was pushing pads, like if you're building a foundation up for a house pad or something to get onto, or a building pad or whatever, your trucks bring in all that fill dirt and dump it, and you got to level it out, get it to the right grade and whatnot. Well, that's what I did on the bulldozer all day. In between trucks, it wouldn't take me 5 minutes to knock a pile of dirt down and be ready for the next load, and it'd take the trucks a half hour, 45 minutes to make a trip. So I'd have time just sitting there. And I'd sit there and I use this old pocket knife. This is my dad's. This is an original, sure enough, old timer. The USA steel. This ain't the ones bumped out in China no more. They done moved everything to China these days, but this is an old one. But I sat there and I just whittle away, you know, cutting and cutting in, and I'd use the sharp edge to kind of work it back and forth and turn it on its edge to sand it down. But yeah, that's mine. That one would have to sell for $50 minimum. And there wasn't no power carbon or no Dremel work on that one. That's all pocket knife. Alright. Put this back to the side. Yeah, I've had that clip for a long time. That's my oldest one here. My mom's has got some, she's got some of my older work too. Alright. Wood burner's back on. In Thanksgiving holiday time around here, I don't have to take my boy to class none this week. And my wife, she took her vacation time. Only thing I have to worry about is the dogs. What's up? Whoa, I missed what I missed.
Grumpy spins the lathe, hand steady in the grind. Epoxy roach clips,
big fingers. Trying to follow chat and everything on my phone. And I just turning junk into gems like we just don't care. Give me my chat back. There we go. Eyes glazed crimson, medicated haze flows. Chronic aches vanish, the good healing shows. Aliens in the mist whisper words of relief. Craft and cannabis, our escape from the grief. Alright, I got it, baby. We twist in the vibe. Hit the bell, like and subscribe to the tribe. Lace spirals carve out our stories in smoke. Art and remedy blend, that's the inside joke. Time's a roulette wheel, Grumpy calls the spins. Alright, that's the thing with me, Pat. With my back, I'm boogered. I can sit down so long, and then I got to stand up so long. I'm back and forth. I can't. It's right there in my lower lumbar that's jacked up. So it's right as you twist. I guess your spine will bend a little bit when you sit. But right there where I start to sit, that's my problem. It's like right above my belt line. Just a little bit above my belt line is those vertebrae right in there, you know. So when I sit down, I catch a lot of pressure, and then when I stand up, I catch a lot of pressure, you know. So I'm up and down, up and down. Ain't nothing ever really comfortable. All right, let me get back to where I was burning, and I swirl all over this piece. Floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light. Sanded edges, smooth stress, exhaled sins. The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves, we twist in the vibe. Thought I have a few weeks. I am gonna go to the December 13th. They do their events for the local vendors on the 13th of every month. And so that's kind of a cool thing now, because beforehand with my anxieties and stuff, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hang out somewhere and set up to try to do a sale. You know, that's what kind of kept me from ever doing events. And then with them being a dispensary, you know, it was more my crowd, you know, and then I could take my 420 stuff there, you know, and I wouldn't get judged over my 420 stuff because that's what I had the most of, you know. And then they said I could bring all my artwork up there, which was awesome because I was able to take my wood spirits and my Christmas trees, my burn boards, all that stuff up there. And it's all selling, so it's cool. I know it's gonna fizzle out. I know I'm not gonna do like awesome every time I set up, but the 2 times I've set up, I've made almost, let's see, almost $400. I made $375. I don't like talking money, but I am kind of proud of that because I've never sold that much of my work that close together. You know, I've always sold a roach clip here, a roach clip there, you know, maybe a tree here, but to go out there and make a damn like a paycheck for just 2 different days of work, it made me feel good. Made me realize I could get over some of that anxiety, you know, to put a little bit of money back into the channel for sure. We'll see how it comes come summertime though. I might not be no summertime guy because like I said, I sweat real bad and I know a lot of it is anxiety. So maybe if I do enough of these events while it's cool, I won't be so stressed, you know, come summertime, and maybe it'll balance out for me, who knows. I'll be glad when I use up all these boards though, because I will not buy more. Excuse me. I will get different wood for sure.
Created blaze, sharp blade cutting, pouring epoxy to life. Each stroke sculpt chaos, channel the strife. Aliens whisper notes, transmit them precise. Out of this world, roach clip got that spice. Glow bright like UFOs at a midnight sight.
And now it's gonna carbon off that good.
They take flight in a zone, no phone, just resin to light. Therapy ain't a couch, it's chisels and light. Grumpy's batshit crazy meds in a haze, roll tight medication floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, this mad appeal. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll tight medication, floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll tight medication, floating out of space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Heart deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal. Truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal.
It's not that cold here, but it's chilly this morning. It's 66 in the shop, so it's probably a little cooler outside. Let's see if I got any of my apps hooked up so I can see the weather. 45 outside. Well, no, hold on. I'm not in Washington. It ain't got my location right on here.
Flying like a magic band, lays alive and spinning fast, turning moments that are built to last. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The sand on the wood takes stress away.
54. It's 54 outside here.
Crafting joy in the quiet night.
There we go. But it should be colder, I think. You know, it's crazy. Weather is just nuts down here. I said we got daggum over 8 inches of snow last year. We don't never get snow. I mean, never. Well, Mother Nature is definitely off her meds. Yeah, about the polite way to say it. Good morning, Amy. Shoot, I've already been on almost an hour. I set my alarm for 4:45 and I have the stream going by 5:30 a.m. Central. That's what I go so early is because I don't want my YouTube or anything to interfere with home scheduling, you know, like anything around the house here. So nobody's awake at 5:30 to 7:30 here, so that gives me a few hours that I don't have to worry about if I'm interfering with somebody else's schedule, you know, because I run my son to class and we got one vehicle, so sometimes I have to take the wife to work or something. So this early time slot, I can for sure guarantee schedule me alive and know that I won't have to cancel for some unforsaken reason unless I just oversleep. And then the vacuum system's down right now, so I can't do any wood turning or carving at the moment. But I did get everything ordered. I'm excited for that. I can't wait. let's see, the adapters and the dust unit I bought is got I think a 4.5 micron bag that it comes with. The smallest you can order is a 1 micron, and so I ordered a 1 micron bag to go over top of, or to replace the 4.5. And so the bag will get here, the adapter to go from 4.5 to 2.5 will get here, and I ordered a tripod, and all that stuff will start getting here in a couple of days. But the dust unit itself won't be here until December 5th, somewhere in there. But that'll give me enough time to try to dig my corner out over here to where I can set it up. As it's got a wall mount. It's small, it's a small unit. I would love to have the one that Harbor Freight sells, that big one. But I just don't have the room. If I cleaned everything out of here and got rid of a couple of stands that hold my stuff, you know, I might have the room for it, but I need what I got. So I'm not getting rid of all that. But the corner where my vacuum is underneath my cabinet, on top of my cabinet, my 5-gallon bucket sits right there with a dust deputy little deal hooked to it. And just above that is an open area on the wall. So I should be able to mount it right there, because it's only got like a 15-gallon bag that comes up on it. So it's not very big, but it'll be about this, the same size of storage space for the wood shavings and stuff as I was using for the shop vac, and I'll gain so much more power on the suction. The shop vac, their information on the computer showed that it had around 50 CSM, you know, it moved about 50 cubic feet of air a minute, and then the dust collector moves like 600 CFM. You know, so that's gonna be neat to see how better it does. I did great. I did very good, very good. I was excited. That's what I was talking about earlier. Between the 2 days, because I did their support the vendor on the 13th, and then I did the grand opening on the 22nd. Between those 2 days, I made a 375. So that's just freaking awesome for me. Like I said, I sell my roach clips, but they're like, you know, I might sell 2 a month walking through the dispensary advertising the way I do, because I would wear them on a lanyard, and I'm just real quiet. I don't walk in there and say, hey, who needs a roach clip? You know, I don't operate like that. But I've sold a few of these boards, and I was doing these boards at $25 a piece. Then I have the let me get my damn tree. I got a big old tote beside me of all my stuff. I got it. Oh, daggone my phone. I got it all piled up in my tote. But, oh. All right, can y'all see that? Yeah. This is my rendition, however you say it, of the little lit up Christmas trees that Jordy Johnson does. Put the little LED lights in there and they light up or whatnot. Can't see the whole tree, but it's about 12 inches. And I hot glued all my LED lights on there, replaceable batteries, you know. But I sold these out there $35 a piece. I sold 3 of those, And then my roach clips and stuff like that, I sold a few of those, and I sell those in person. I sell them $20 a piece right now here in Milton. When I do them off of YouTube, I do them $40 a piece, and that's everything. That's shipping, tracking number, all that stuff. But yeah, I done them. I did good. But yeah, just it's helped me out though, because that's the crazy part about it, is every dang bit of that money I've had to put right back into the channel. But I mean, that's what you got to do, right? You got to spend a little money to make a little money. And then I want my YouTube to actually do good, you know, and pick up in traction and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I got most of my views on my lives whenever I was doing the lathe work. And then, so yeah, I have to get my lathe going again just so I can keep the traction going with my channel. Thank you. The trees are easy to do. You can do them several different ways. There's fence board trees. That one there I did out of a, I bought a little better wood when I did that one. But it was like a shelf grade pine that, you know, it's not your typical 1x12 or anything like that, but it is. But it's just, you go to Home Depot and you can get the shelf grade. It's just a little better wood, and that's all it is. It's just like a 1x8, but it's the shelf grade. And then I trimmed it down. Snot. I'm trying to walk around with a daggum wood burner in my hand. That don't work, does it? Let's see. Switch cameras too, y'all. I forgot I could do that. Aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, yo, subscription's free, no question. All right, don't get motion sick, y'all. I can hold this one and move this camera around a little bit. All right, that's roughed in. I haven't even finished that one. You see all the tool marks and stuff on it. I'll cut them out to shape, you know, just get the basic, like block it out, get my basic outline, and then I'll go through with my Dremel and I round over my edges everywhere, and then I'll start undercutting each little layer right there, and then kind of get my shape to it and undercut some more, and then I'll clean up all the tool marks. Then I go back. I go back and I cut all the texture and stuff in there, and then I take my just cheap old acrylic paint, mix it up with some water, get it real thin, and kind of stain the wood that way, so you still see the wood grain color and the knots and stuff through the wood. And then I take my torch and kind of burn over it, and then of course do the drill out for the lights and whatnot. But you got to be careful when you're doing that, you know, make sure you space them out right so you have enough line to go to each hole. And then there you go. That's my trees. And you can do them. I have some where I paint them white around each section right there to make it look like snow settled on top of it, and then white along the top edges right there. There's all different ways that you can do them, but I've never sold a bunch of them. You know, I've always, like, I don't have enough work done up to go set up nowhere and stuff like that, so I've never set up at an event. The few that I have sold over the years was just the family or close friends, you know. But with that event kicking off, that right there really, see, this is my goodies, y'all. How I took everything piled up in here when I went. I had some sunscreen for my old bald head. Get some of this out exposed here. Yeah, this is what I was going for. These are my fence board trees. That's just a cedar fence board right there. You know, and I cut it out. wood burned all that. I did all that with my wood burner for the texture. There you go, get a little closer. Sealed it with some polyurethane spray. But I do these for 15. I was doing them for 15 at the event because everything else I had just seemed so expensive. Because I said all my carvings I did for $35 a piece. I didn't mark them down. And even my lit up trees, like I said, I did them for 35. Here's one that looks like the snow and stuff I was talking about. That's perfect. But one lady come up, was looking at it. She goes, "Oh, those are nice. How much?" I said 35. She goes, "Ooh." She goes, "You know, they'd probably sell like crazy for 20 bucks a piece." And I couldn't help myself, but I just laughed. I know that was kind of rude, but I was like, I bet they would sell for that much. I said, but I don't batch them out. You know, I said, it might take me 2 days to make one of these. I said, you know, so if it's 35, it's 35, you know. And she didn't buy that, but she did buy, those are my other burn boards. And I was selling those for 25 a piece. But she did buy one of my carvings, which was awesome. And like I said, I had those marked at 35. And I thought that was my most expensive item. And I just figured I was sure enough sticker shock that I wasn't going to sell any of those. But she did. She bought that. And that was, like I said, that surprised the mess out of me and made my day. There's a bunch of my wood spirits and stuff. But it was one like this. I had 2 of these, but different kind of face. But it was one piece of pecan. And you could put them together and tell that I'd split them. But she bought the twin to that one. The work ain't never finished, the fight's never done. Lace spins eternal through the wrong and the right. Epoxy in the veins till the end of the night. Alright, let me get off that camera, y'all. Boop, there we go. Sore, y'all, sore. That lower back's telling on me. I gotta do a better outdoor comfy chair. Hey, good morning, Cindy. But yeah, I gotta get a better comfy chair for sitting out there for so long. But yeah, like I was saying, everything that I've gotten off of it so far, I put right back into the channel. My cell phones, I just run off of the cheap straight talk cell phones. I don't have them daggum S22s or none of the high dollar phones. I bought it was an A13 at the time. It was like 39 bucks. And the newest one now is like, I guess the A16, but it's their cheapest one. When I say newest, not the best, but their cheapest. But that's what I did on the first event, was I bought the cell phone, a case and cover for it, you know, and then the microphone setup that I got, and that pretty much killed my earnings that day. And then the other day, like I said, my shop vac went down, and so yeah, I had to invest in another shop vac to give me the same suction and the same diameter hose that I had now. I was looking at about 130 bucks, and to get the actual dust collector, that was $160 something. So it's like a no-brainer just to throw a few extra dollars and actually get a real dust collector, you know. So it's an investment, and it'll work out, because I look at it this way: I wouldn't have made all this stuff without that dust system. So, you know, I had to reinvest. Alright, let's get back to burning, y'all. I ain't liking that. That's getting dirty right through there. My hands get boogery and the grain's grabbing.
Grumpy spun the wood till it morphed out of shape. Lathe humming, hands moving, craft and fate. Epoxy drips, binds bugs in a sculptor's twist. Zen found in the fog, some aliens miss. Eyes bloodshot, medicated soul kiss. Peace found among aliens in the mist. Chronic pains a ghost, anxieties dismissed. Like to the tribe, spark flames in the abyss.
I gotta mix up some epoxy today and pour some blanks. I've got to get back into pouring my blanks because it takes them so long to cure. But I'm limited to do the way I'm doing it now. I can do 2 blanks for the clips and then a blank for the spoon out of the epoxy all at once because my pressure pot's only it's like 2.5 gallons, so I don't have a big footprint inside to place stuff. But I'm letting the stuff cure completely in the pressure pot now, so I have to make them, put them in there and let it sit for just over 24 hours before I take it off pressure. That way I don't get no bubble in the stick.
Roach clips, shiny dope soldiers a cope. Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlast.
And then the last ones I did, these are my little inserts. I'm gonna start doing more exotic wood for my inserts, and I'm gonna take, excuse me, it's gonna take me just a little bit longer on the lathe. I'm gonna have to go slower, but I'm gonna turn my exotic pieces and I'm gonna give myself that it's about 1/8 and about that much room, and then I'll flare out and do some shapes like I do on my sticks on the rest of it, and then I'm gonna do some translucent epoxy over them to make them show out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take these and seal them up with super glue. That way I seal it up with super glue before I put my epoxy around it. That way the shit, I got sidetracked. Squirrel. But when I do my resin on my sticks, what was happening before, let me find one. This is a blank I haven't turned yet. This one I sealed with glue and I didn't get no bubbles down here. But normally I'll put it in the pressure pot. Once I pour it, it squeezes all the bubbles out of the resin, and I think it's forcing all that air into my wood. And then once it's cured, or I think it's cured, I let it out of the pressure pot like within 6 or 12 hours. It's hard enough that it's, it's still soft, but it's holding its shape, right? And then when I let the pressure off of that, then I guess the air that's trapped in there, it's not under pressure no more, so it expands back out, and it expands back out through this part of the stick into the resin, and it's blowing a bubble in my resin right here, because I do these in a pipe, so they come out round, perfectly round, or it's not going to come out of the tube, right? And so I'll knock it out of the tube, no problem, and then it'll sit there for a few days, and then it'll have a lump in the side right there. So like I said, it's like it's trying to blow a bubble, like bubblegum bubble or something through it's hard to explain it. But with these, like I said, I super glued that completely so no air could get pushed into it, so when I put it in the pressure pot and it compressed everything, and then when it uncompressed, I didn't get no bubbles. I know there was probably an easier way to explain that, but I confuse myself half the time. Good morning, my dog. But yeah, that slows me down now because I let the pressure pot, I keep it under pressure for more than 24 hours now, so it just slows the production of the blanks a little bit. And then I got busy and wrapped up and invested in messing with the OSB and all that kind of stuff that I quit doing the blanks for a minute. I have 3 of my pipes set up ready to go. I just got to do the resin. But yeah, I got to get me a routine and a pattern set for that, because I need to keep my blanks steady. I don't need to run out of blanks.
that gleam so tight. Aliens watching from the edge of sight. Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove.
I like turning the wood and everything too, but right now the epoxy, I really love the epoxy just because of the swirl and the color and everything that I can get out of it. It's fun. There's so much you can do with it, and then you can plan it to look one way, but that resin and that epoxy or whatever is going to do what it wants to do.
Aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve. They touch the tools, they knock stuff down. Little green hands trying to steal the crown. But with every cut and every spin, Grumpy's
That's like Amy with your blooms. That's just awesome the way that works. I know you pull and get a lot of your shapes and everything, but it's like that resin. You can watch it like you say it's blooming. It's kind of doing its own thing. And it's neat. Same way with the blanks. When you make the blanks, you can mix your colors and put them in there, but they're gonna, just depends on how heavy that pigment is in that one color and whatnot, on how it mixes in with the rest.
aliens in the workshop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are
That's
world
pretty cool.
renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove.
Hey, good morning, Scott.
Watch the mood improve.
Hope you're doing good. That's like, I can't wait to spin these because the swirl and stuff that I got in these are gonna look cool. But gotta get my vacuum or my dust collector. That'll be one of the first ones done for sure. Oh, keep digging in. That's the different species of wood and stuff you use too will make your pyrography work so much different. You might pull nice steady lines on a certain piece of wood, and then you get into some crazy grainy stuff like this. You get soft spots, hard spots all on top of one another, and then it makes a mess. But it's good practice. I mean, shoot, you use something like this and get you a technique and a rhythm figured out when you do get on some nicer wood. Because, like, I guess this is like real birch, and then this is just a wannabe plywood stuff. This is thick. It's solid. So if I burn on that, my burns are going to be more fluid. It's going to pull and go a lot smoother. But what did they say? We will overcome it. I don't like how thin that is. That's better. I think I got all that in there. Hold on.
Pour the truth and molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, Grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, this mad appeal.
Okay, I'll check it out. Be safe up there. Watch out for the weirdos. That's what I used to do. You hit it early in the morning or late right before they close. Either way, you run into some characters. It's just not as crowded. All right, Tim, be safe. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it.
Truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Heart deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal. Truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal.
I gotta get Miss Francis's box together too. I got some goodies I want to send her. For sure. I didn't know what to send her. She sent me a box of goodies a while back, some blanks and some kits and stuff to do on my lathe. And oh my goodness, it made my day when I got all that stuff. And then it's like, I mainly do roach clips and stuff. And it's like, I didn't know what, I wanted to make her something and send her something. Roach clips is not something she will utilize. So it's like, I can't do that, you know. And then she was, doing one of her lives and said that she needed some more spoons for her, I guess to get her pigment powders out for her resins and stuff. And the spoons and scoops she uses are a little bit larger than what I have, but I did make some dab spoons that were a little bit longer to go into those containers. This was a piece of wood that she sent me out of that box. I turned it, you know, and I made the spoon. So that's going to be a mica spoon for her. I got a couple of them that I did. I want to pack up and send to her. And then, let's see, where was it? There was one more piece that I wanted to get spun before I was done and sent to her, but it's gonna be a minute before I can spin, so I think I'll just send that at a later time. Oh, dominoes. I got so much junk stacked up out here. Every one thing falls on this, there's a chain reaction. Look out. Oh, on my head. But yeah, that's a blank that she had made and sent me to, but it's different. I don't know. It's different than my epoxy for sure. So I'm not sure if it's like a polyurethane or what type of resin she used, but it is hard, but it is soft. It's hard to explain it. I go to put my centers in there to sink down and hold it, and they want to push in no problem. But then when I start beating it with my tool to cut it, it acts like my tool is dull as dirt. So I have to definitely have a little bit of patience and take my time doing that. When I tried doing it on camera, and it wasn't working out for me on camera. As I said, I try to rush when I'm on camera because it's just that lathe work, it can take forever. But yeah, I want to make that one into a spoon for her too. And then I got my mandrel and everything to where I can start doing pin blanks or turning pins. I say pin blanks, I can do my pin blanks now, but I can start doing pin work. I just got to get some pin kits, but I am going to give her the first pin I make. That's a given right there for sure. And this biography does not take as long. It's just with me babbling, I'm a lot slower. I'll get in the zone, quit talking, and I actually start getting stuff done. But when I babble, I don't focus as much, and I don't want to wreck the piece. Pat, where are you located at again? Aren't you up there in Alaska? Or do I got your location wrong? I'm thinking you're up that way. New Jersey. Why did I think you were up in daggum Alaska? Huh. For some reason, I was thinking that you lived up in an area to where the sunlight wasn't on you as much. You know how the days get longer, shorter, or whatever, but then when you're that close to the poles, you get more daylight or less. I was thinking you were up there in a region to where it wasn't light as long. All right, Natalie, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out this morning. I appreciate it. I will put a picture of this up on my community posts if I get it done and whatnot off of the live or anything, because I don't think I'll have this one finished on the live. I'll probably wait till I'm done with it and then actually zone out and get it done. But like I said, I'll post a picture of it up on my community posts.
Stay LaidBak, therapy's found. Welcome to the shop. Gears grind, sparks ignite. Lace spin steady, cutting dreams in the night. Epoxy drips slow like a teardrop falling. Roach clips crafted, pain medication calling. Roll the therapy sessions in progression like subscribe.
That line's not straight. It is messing with me. That's okay. Gives it that character.
Trapped like a fossil, spinning these tools, therapy colossal. Aliens peeking, they hover and linger, pointing at Earth, but we flip the finger. Strong, roll of therapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession, aliens fly by, curious, no aggression.
I need to make me some new tips. This one I've been using for a while. It's wanting to twist back and forth. The wires, the two sides aren't staying flush. They're kind of off-centered to one another. Messing with my line a little bit. And then this green stuff is wanting to burn and dig in.
Space-time bends when the craft takes flight. Roach clips gleam in the UFO light. Roll of therapy sessions in progression like subscribe. Cosmic confession, aliens fly by, curious, no aggression. We tell them the deal, yo, subscription's free, no question. Laid back carving, steady hand devotion. Epoxy shines bright, clouded in emotion. Grumpy hand spark art, therapy potion.
I gotta save up and get me some more stickers made too. I'm down to like, I think, less than 15 stickers left. I think I have a few in my box that I carry my clips in when I go to sell my clips. Like when I'm going to pick up my meds, I wear them in on the lanyard. I had a few in my box that way to where if somebody bought one or was interested in the channel or something, I was going to give them a sticker. But then I have a few left for people that want to do sticker swaps or if anybody's just wanting a sticker. And so yeah, it's about time to make or order some more. Ah, that right there, that jig-jag, that grain keeps making me bounce. Vinyl Disorder's got a decent sale going right now. I've shared that link a few times on my Facebook. I got to go back into it and see how much it would be. I think it's like 50 stickers. I think it's under 30 bucks. That's not bad for the little 3-inch stickers though. All right, Pat, have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you for tuning in.
Grumpy's in the lab, chemicals collide. Yellow for the glow, black where shadows hide. Lace spin smooth, therapy in the stack. Paint carved in the grain, no time to look back. Epoxy roach clips spun tight from the night. Colors screaming loud, paint fused in the fight. Crafted from the chaos, hands bleed for the art. Epoxy therapy, where the healing starts.
My fingers hot right here. Then I need to move my wrap down some, but I didn't want to get it too close because that's where I end up holding it most of the time. But I didn't want it to get so hot right in here that it melted the wrap to the handpiece. Y'all see where I'm death gripping that thing? I got them indentions in my fingers. That's the bad thing about my hands. I gotta death grip everything so I don't drop it, and then that makes my hand cramp up.
Yellow glows bright, black swallows the sun. The work ain't ever finished, the fight's never done. Lace spins eternal through the wrong and the right. Epoxy in the veins till the end of the night.
Grumpy's back and he's on the stream, flying high like a digital dream. Aliens cruising by, they beam, they gleam.
What's he cooking? What's the plan? Medication ready, rolling stand. Click that, like, lend a hand.
I'm almost out of my coffee. I got that's that Southern Pecan through the Drowsy Poet Coffee Company or whatever. I could probably order it off the internet or whatnot, but I don't. We get it when they sell it. Shit, a babble. Let me get to the point. They sell it through the little fundraisers at the schools, and my grandkids was selling it, and so I get it about once a year. Cause hell, they won't. I think it's $15 for a little bag. It's not cheap. That fundraiser stuff's never cheap for them, but yeah, I'll buy that. I love it though.
Streaming truths or chasing air. Hit subscribe, don't just stare. Grumpy's live again, oh yeah. Streaming truths or chasing air. Hit subscribe, don't just stare.
Nah, and I'll go through that bag in about a week. But I got 2 bags of it this year. My mom had picked up a bag from some of the neighborhood kids that were selling, and it surprised me with a bag of it, and that was cool. Already gone through that bag. Just got into the second bag.
Grumpy's back, live again. The screen, it glows so bright, my friend. What's he cooking, what's he brewing tonight? A digital mystery, a dazzling light. Aliens flying by, medication rolled on the standby.
I'm doing pretty good on keeping this in camera, I think. At least when I look, I am. Oh, Mr. Roy done went live. I gotta catch Mr. Roy's live too. Oh yeah, oh heck, it's 7:30 already. Right. Let me see if I can at least get this outlined.
What's the deal? Aliens flying by, medication rolled on the standby. Hit that like, hit
That's the hard thing about it, is trying to watch and support everybody. The community is so large, and everybody's got there's so many awesome channels and videos out there. It's hard to keep up with everybody.
He never stops, he never sleeps. His crazy energy, it just leaps from his channel to my soul. He takes control, he makes me whole. Aliens flying by, medication rolled on the standby. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Grumpy's Big Show makes you feel alive.
I like to try to support as many of y'all as I can. Billy, that's it. I see you in damn near every live I jump into. Billy, you're there. So yeah, you know. I know your daggum phone if you got notifications set. But ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. I know mine was for a while. I had to go back and turn them down, turn them off. Not the notifications, but just the I kept the bell rung on the channels. I just turned the notifications down on my phone.
It's coming alive, streaming chaos, feeling the vibe like it, love it, don't take five, Grumpy's groove, you can't survive, you can't survive. What's up his sleeve, a trick or a grin, mystery unfolds as the show begins, aliens nodding, they're tuning in, Grumpy's world where chaos wins. Roll it up, stand by for the thrill, medication chill, alien skill.
Right, there you go. Hey, that's what I was talking to somebody at the event. They were talking about, I don't understand why people watch so much. What do they get in watching YouTube videos and stuff? And I told him, I said, well, don't you like reality TV? He goes, oh yeah, that stuff's just kick butt. I said, well, okay, a good YouTube channel is just like reality TV. You know, you can tell who's scripted and who's not, you know, and I like it when somebody puts forth that effort and kind of scripts their show. That way they're not babbling and, you know, they stay to the point. But at the same time, I like it when it's just real, you know. So I think that's why YouTube is so popular, you know. It's like straight up watching reality TV or something. But yeah, I spend more of my time on YouTube versus TV for sure.
It's coming alive, streaming chaos, feeling the vibe like it, love it, don't take five, Grumpy's groove, you can't survive, you can't survive.
And I like the channels more. I'm just drawn more to the channels that are more authentic and got that real vibe energy.
Grumpy's in the shop, gears grinding, moaning, electricity crawling, circuits keep zoning, etching into grain, sparks dance in the wood, aliens in the corner, cloaked in their hood. Grumpy wants a ride, wheels spinning in the haze, meds roll tight, they burn in smoky praise. Therapy in the clouds, the pain's unspoken, like subscribe vibes, words cracked and broken. Cables hiss like snakes, venom in the wire, voltage jumps the gaps, arcs of blue fire, corners hold shadows, secrets in the smoke, Grumpy laughs slow, his gears start to choke.
Right. I think that's everybody everywhere these days. It's like we're just drawn to the phones. It's like we gotta turn them on and see what's going on. We do that here. I complain. I say, all right, we got to disconnect to reconnect, because it's like you look at it's TV time and you look around, everybody's got their heads down. They thumbing through them screens. You see them thumbs going 100 miles an hour and stuff. Get a good pull on this line.
Sharp reeks of ozone, madness in the air. Aliens whispering, static in their stare. Grumpy hums a hymn of twisted code. Rolling on the edge of an overloaded road. Grumpy wants a ride, wheels spinning in the haze. Meds roll tight, they burn in smoky praise. Therapy in the clouds, the pain's unspoken. Like subscribe vibes, words cracked and broken.
Guess my jagged, crooked lines will show them that it's not CNC burned, right? That was one thing. Somebody come out to the table and was looking. It says, "Oh, that's nice. What kind of machine do you got?" And I said, "Well, I use a drip." And they looked at me funny, and then they named off a couple of brands, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't have CNC machines or lasers or nothing. That's all with my crazy hands." They picked up one of my cedar roach clips and thought that was done off of not cedar roach clip, my cedar wood spirits. Thought it was CNC done. They're like, no. Fists fight the void, grains etched deep past cannot avoid. Pain hums low, therapies in the glow. Aliens laugh. Hey, you got a deer the other day when you was watching. Truths on fire, Grumpy's desires tangled in the mire. Ashes and sparks, a symphony of scars, riding through the dark, chasing dying stars. Smoke rolls thick, therapy. That's called multitasking at its finest. Putting meat in the freezer and watching some YouTube. Can't beat that. That's it. I mean, you can put some personal touches in there with the CNC when you program it and all, but then most people are going to try to batch produce something at that point, you know, so you're going to have the same twitch in every piece. So then again, you lose that personal touch. But I don't get me wrong. I want a CNC machine, you know, set up. That would be awesome to play with, you know, because you can make some cool stuff with those. But it's just not quite the same. But you know, heck, with the CNC machines, like I think Mr. Johnny's set up like that. He can turn his pins on his lathe, but then he's got a little laser burner to where he can set his pin on a little post and then laser burn somebody's name into that pin that he turned. You know, now that's awesome, because it's still hand turned, but then you're personalizing it with the CNC. You know, I would like to be able to do stuff like that one day. But straight up this kind of work right here, and then all the intricate cuts and pictures and stuff that's done on wood, yeah, I think that needs to be left for the hand artists. That's just my opinion. Because one day you're not going to have these artists out here to do it by hand. It is a dying art. COVID brought back a lot of artwork. I thought that was, you know, about one of the good things with that. You know, people got shut down and couldn't do anything, and so a lot of people found out, hey, I'm creative. I can do stuff. So that was neat. Yeah, roughing out your blanks pretty quick, that would help for sure. I said it could help you out. I mean, there's a place for it. I mean, CNC, there's a place for all of it, and even in the crafting world, you know, to like you said, for even your handcrafted stuff, you know, mass producing a bunch of rough blanks, and then you have to go back, you know, and do them by hand. But yeah, that would be cool. Like I said, I am not knocking the CNC. It's just when people take that CNC work and then try to play it off as hand work, that I don't like. Went to a Renaissance festival and there was a person set up with a booth and had a bunch of boards up there, and they were trying to act like they were done by hand. And you could see the lines on some of it where it was making its passes. I guess it wasn't doing it as clean, you know, and it's like, that's not hand done, my man. So I guess you got your con artists or whatever out there that, you know, try to get the most for it because they know that hand work's worth more than the CNC. I mean, CNC work is expensive and it's worth it because, I mean, those machines aren't cheap. You know, those laser heads and whatnot, you have to replace them and stuff, so you have your expenses. But you take the same kind of board that a CNC machine does, and then you take that same detail and you do it with somebody with hand gouges or something, you know, that artisan work, that's worth way more in my opinion.
Grumpy's in the shop, working the lathe, spinning that steel like it's his own faith. Epoxy roach clips fighting to be made. Dreams in his pocket, but they might just fade. Struggles are real, the pieces can fall, but Grumpy's got a plan to outsmart it all. Mez rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star-filled sky, wishing for a ride, a quick goodbye to the grind, the grit, the never why. Mez rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star-filled sky, wishing for a ride, a quick goodbye to the grind, the grit, the never why.
Dogs have not started beating on the door yet. They must be sleeping hard this morning. Nobody's alarms are going off inside. There you go.
His hands are rough, but his heart beats loud. Grumpy's alone, but he's never cowed. Lathe hums a tune, it's a mournful sound. Echoes of dreams spinning round and round. Aliens watching, they laugh, they cheer. Grumpy's got a plan, but it's not quite clear. Mess rolled up, aliens fly. Grumpy stares up at the star-filled sky, wishing for a ride.
I'm getting heavy-handed. I keep bending my tip back and forth. I've almost got the bulk of the outline done, and then I'll have to take a break and let my hand rest. I'm just trying to get all this done in, at least get it outlined. I said I'd be done with it if I wasn't babbling, but I'm babbling and talking, and I'm trying to keep up with chat. But that's it, I don't try to batch or rush nothing anyway, so the only time I get in a hurry now is because I'm trying to do stuff on the lives and I don't want it to get boring or whatnot. But at this point with wood burning, it don't get no much more boring, right? So I do appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me.
Like a dog's loud bark. Package for Grumpy, that's all he said before alien snatched him overhead. Opened it up, what's within? Exotic wood to spin, spin, spin.
Like watching paint dry.
It's gone like a magic trick. Grumpy's got wood, it's smooth, it's slick. Aliens laughing from up on high. They left
Ain't boring. There you go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
package for Grumpy, that's all he said before aliens
Yeah, and I know he's not as talented as other burners out there. There's some wood burners out there that freaking blow my mind with the way they can work. They just got an eye for that detail. I catch that detail, but I have to work off of a reference, and because my brain, I describe my head like a crazy computer system. I don't know if you know somebody that'll have 15 or 20 windows open on their screen at one time on their desktop and be bouncing between every window doing different stuff. That's how my brain works. It's like the World Ping Pong Championships going on up there, and we got elimination matches going on all over the place. That would be my brain. Oh. My hands get worse. I keep bending this tilt, but when I flip it over to go the other way, it messes up my rhythm because I gotta do some more tilts.
Epoxy fumes, the roach clips gleaming, spin lay humming, machine breathing, life scheming. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape.
Right. I wish I could think of 5 dimensions though. I sit there and get zoned out, or I'll squirrel off while I'm doing something. That's where that whole brain 100 different directions is. I lost where I was going with that when I was doing that. But that's what I was talking about with me drawing. I can't keep my brain focused on the same image. I'll have that idea, like I'll want to draw a dragon and I'll have him in a certain pose in my brain, but then I start drawing and that pose is changing as I'm drawing. So that's why I need my reference shots. I can't get it out on the paper quick enough from before the image changes in my head. I'm supposed to say squirrel. That squirrel out bad.
No discretion. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape. Medication rolled tight, cosmos reshape. Hiding in the glow, stars collide like subscribe aliens.
That's what I need. I need to be able to screenshot and print my images. I'd be an awesome artist that way.
They float the lake, it hums in tongues, boats levitate, prophecy sprung. Grumpy's on the mothership, lungs unsung, weightless in the chaos, dreams begun. Made in pain, dust therapy, no escape. Medication rolled tight, cosmos reshape. Hiding in the glow, stars collide like subscribe aliens take Grumpy for a ride. Grumpy's lay the spins, Hypnotica machines hum choir. Epoxy roach clips stack the galaxy of fire. Yellow and black swirl spiral like stars. Crafted constellations trapped in resin jars. Clarity in the spin, the pain carves deep. Each turn of the lathe, secrets it keeps. Splinters in his hands, truth in the grind. Chasing sanity he may never find. Like and subscribe, let the world collide. The aliens will take us for a ride through epoxy dreams and a cosmic tide. craft, his hands bear the cost. In the workshop's haze, the past gets lost. Yellow glows like Saturn, black holes pull tight. Epoxy galaxies born under buzzing light. Sawdust planets orbit, his mind's unbound. Every roach clip a relic, a treasure found. The aliens watch, curious, amused. Grumpy's lathe spins, the craft infused. Like and subscribe, let the world collide.
You can say this is good therapy for my hand grip stuff. Get into doing this more and more. That'll help me for my power carving. And it's a bad thing though, the power carving is that burr. And with my hands, I can't feel my pressure sometimes on how hard I'm pushing down and stuff. And with the power carving, that's boogery because that burr, you know, I think I'm holding it down light. And when I try to lighten up the pressure on my piece, I end up loosening my grip on the tool, and then that burr will grab it and run across the piece. So that's why you see me white knuckling and gripping everything so damn hard all the time. You know, I mean, look at it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I dang sure want to get back to my carving. I want to do more carving than what I've been doing.
Grumpy's in a shop, spinning epoxy. Roach clips pile up, it's a little too foxy. Yellow and black, they're popping so wild. Aliens drop by like it's cosmic style. Colors glow bright, they burn through the night. Meds rolled up tight, and it feels just right. Milky Way spins in a haze of disdain. All of this magic is just made in pain. Galactic trades with a sly little grin. Grumpy's got secrets tucked under his skin. Exotic goods from a world far away, but the grind never stops, it's another long day. Colors glow bright, they burn through the night. Meds roll up tight, and it feels just right. Milky Way spins in a haze of disdain. All of this magic is just made in pain.
Most of my burns I've done was as gifts. I've done a few of these, and they were all of them have been gifts on these that I've done. The few that I've sold at the dispensary on those sales were the only ones that I've actually sold. Like I said, the rest of them, I made them. I made them with the intentions to sell, but these, the ones with the Jesus on the cross looking and stuff like that, those were all gifts that I done. Oh, I got the image. I just saw it a few minutes, well, I say a few minutes ago, earlier this morning when I was getting stuff ready. When I finish this, I'll show y'all. But I did an Eeyore for Winnie the Pooh, one of my wife's co-workers. That was one of her favorite characters, and she was giving my wife a ride to work for a while, and so yeah, I did that. I'd say, hey, thank you, here you go.
A universe forged by hands that never tire. Echoes of creation in the grind and the sparks. The cosmos reborn in these humble dark parts.
But then I do these. Where's the other one? I had to find it. But I got another one that's got some sun rays that pop off of it. It's the hand, like a set of praying hands. Those are pretty cool. Now this is going to be a mess right here. Let's see. That's why I've avoided this spot.
Every cut, every carve, a new world unfolds in the hands of the maker. The universe molds. What's a galaxy but dust and will? What's a dream but a spark until the hands turn the wheel? The fire burns bright in Grumpy's shop. Creation takes flight. Echoes of creation in the grind and the sparks. The
his humble dark parts, sparks fly, dreams ignite in Grumpy's shop. Stars take flight.
I'll go over all of this burn with a piece of Scotch-Brite on my Dremel tool. Like that there. And it won't sand away and it won't get down in the burn. But if you can see right there where the wood's kind of yellowed along some of the burn, where it's just hot, it'll take some of that yellowing away and it'll clean it up a little bit.
Grumpy's back and he's on the stream, flying high like a digital dream. Aliens cruising by, they beam, they gleam.
What's he cooking? What's the plan? Medication ready, rolling stand. Click that like.
Uh-oh, dogs are up. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me let them outside real quick. Big dog's already outside. She said she ain't waiting. Oh, my back. I need to stand up and move any damn way. Let me put that more in the screen here. It's not looking too bad so far, but it's gonna have a lot shaded in. There we go. There's my reference picture, y'all. Come on, Sparrow, I'm coming. The big dog will push the door open with her head and go right on out. I got a little screen door, wooden screen door. The little dog, he's old. His nose and his mouth sore, so he don't push too much with his head.
Grumpy's live again,
Oh.
oh yeah. Streaming truths or chasing air, hit subscribe, don't just stare. Grumpy's live again,
Oh, y'all, my back's killing.
oh yeah. Streaming truths or chasing air, hit subscribe, don't just stare.
Go be good girl. Go doopy doop. Go be good girl, go doopy doop. That's her little go poop command. Tell her to go doopy doop and she'll go do her business. Go be good girl now, go doopy doop. She'll walk in the fence line, checking the perimeter. Y'all still hear me okay? I'm like outside away from my piece. Come on, Pepper. Go be good girl. Sure, they're smelling stuff. Come on, Sparrow. I'll let you inside. Go let go. Come on now. Come on, Pepper. You can't do nothing just sitting there. Let's go. Go be a good girl.
He pulls a face, he cracks a joke. 1,000 comments fill the smoke.
Come on, go.
Another secret and another grand reveal.
Awesome. She squirrels out like I do. Come on now. Let's go. Go be a good girl. He's inside. She's looking for Sparrow. Go. He's inside already. He did his business. Go, good girl. She is blue heeler, Labrador, and pit bull. And that herding instinct that the blue heelers have, oh my goodness, she has it bad. She tries to herd his old butt every time they go do something. She'll run and make sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. If I go to take him outside, she'll jump up and try to grab him by his neck and pull him off the couch to make him go outside with her. She's a mess.
He never stops, he never sleeps.
Getting too far away from my setup. It's trying to cut out on me again. I can hear it.
From his channel to my soul, he takes control. He makes me whole. Aliens flying by, medication rolled on the standby. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Grumpy's big
Hey, that's not bad, y'all. I got the bulk of all my all my outline on the piece is done now. I have to go back through now and start shading it. And it'll look good. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll finish that. Excuse me, where'd the other piece go? Okay, it's back behind me. I couldn't find the other 13 one. And then the Eeyore art. Let me find that. If you look on my banner on my channel, and when you go into the description, you can see me burning the Eeyore one, but that's the Eeyore image I did. She loved the piece, so that was what was cool. Oh, man, where's my other? I got art pages and pictures and stuff printed and stacked every daggone where. Here it is. This is the other one that I like to do. Oh, don't sit down before I fall down. Shit. But yeah, the praying hands right there. I like to do that one on a wood burn too. That one always comes out looking real nice. Let's see. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the live down for this morning. I gotta get in there and start feeding the dogs and get my routines going. Like I told y'all, I'll go to about 7:30, and I've gone past that this morning. So I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to my crazy babble and watching my crazy work. It means a whole lot to me. Y'all just don't know. I love this community and I love the support I get. So with that being said, I hope everybody has an awesome day. Be safe. Be careful out there, all that good stuff. Watch out for the yo-yos. And, God bless everybody and have an awesome day.